Hi there and welcome to Yoga with Yovana. I'm Yovana and today we have a practice that will help us keep our wrists healthy and make them stronger. If you had any wrist injury before, you know how painful it is, and it's not talked about a lot in yoga, but it's really important because we put weight on our wrist in many different poses, and if we don't have strong wrists and if we don't align them properly, if we are not aware of how we use them, we can only make that injury more, or we can get injured more often or more easy. So this is not only going to show you how you can strengthen your wrists, how to keep them healthy. Also, it will show you. Also, I will guide you through how to keep an awareness of your wrist at the end of this practice and how to use it in different poses. So to begin with, you can take any comfortable seat of your choice, on your knees in Sukhasana. And then we will place our palms on our chest, but this time very intentionally, matching each finger with each other, so not just anyhow. Once you have that alignment, you will straighten your back and put your shoulders down, so we are not pressing or gripping in our shoulders, we are relaxed, but our spine is straight. And then we will apply pressure to our palms and hold. If your shoulders tend to come up here, relax them. So we are bringing the shoulders down and still pressing. Press, 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 press. Hold there. Release. Let's do this one more time. Strengthen the spine, shoulders are down. We press our palms into each other. Hold there. Release the pressure. And then we will do it one last time with a slight variation in the end. We press, shoulders are down. Hold there. And then release the pressure, palms are still together, and then we will dial those palms down. You see the shoulders tend to come up here, so just relax the shoulders down. Hold here. I know it's a strong, uncomfortable stretch for your wrist, but hold there. And then we release. Shake your wrists slightly. Let them hang. Awesome. We will put our hands like a zombie through our arms, facing down. And we'll try to press ourselves like we are trying to keep the fingers straight and then pushing towards ourselves. Like you want to touch your hand, but you're not bending your fingers. Release. Let's do the same opposite. Your palms are facing up and imagine that you're pressing them into the wall or some surface. So you are applying pressure on the air. Hold here. Release. You need to turn your arms, shake them a little bit. Then we'll do the same thing on the bottom. We'll twist the palms from this position to face down. Try to press, 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 like you're pulling your fingers towards your body. And then we release. You can gently massage your forearms and wrist. This is not an easy strengthening and stretching exercise, even though it seems so simple. And we'll just do a couple of more of those. Some slight variation. So we will keep one hand up and we'll dial one hand down. We press up, we press down. Breathe. If you start sweating and you haven't even done any movement, believe me, that's okay. We release. We do the same on the other side. Left hand rotates down. Press with both palms in opposite directions. Release. Let's give our forearms a little bit more massage. Our body is interconnected. These exercises are also affecting our forearms, our hands. It's overall a great strengthening exercise, even though it seems so simple. Let's interlace our fingers together and do something a little bit easier. We will twist our wrists just to relax your hands. This motion is almost happening on its own, so you're not like gripping or forcing, just like interlace gently. And then let's switch to the side, the one that feels unnatural. Awesome. We'll try to make some waves here. Let's see if we can do that with our palms. Just to like ease. So you start wave from one side and then the other. I'm not sure I can do this on both sides. Awesome. So from here, there is one more exercise left on our legs, and then we will up on the mat. Put your hands parallel, and then let's try with the right first. Bring the right one around until your palms touch. This is called eagle arms. Once you're here, make sure that your back is straight. We will inhale, raise those arms up. Exhale, pull them down. Feel protraction of your shoulder blades, your shoulders stretching. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale down. Let's do this a couple of more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up and down. Awesome. Release. Let's do it on the other side. Left hand comes in front and around. Or I just did the same thing. Yeah, I just did the same thing again. So we did the right hand first. It came in front and around. Now we are doing opposite. The one that feels weird for me. We will inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Here your palms are pressing into each other, so this is a great exercise for wrists, for forearms, for stretching the shoulders, and then you release. Gently turn around or unravel yourself from seated, and we will bring ourselves on our knees but facing the side of the mat. We will place our palms underneath our shoulders, facing forward first. So the hand position, hand alignment, awareness that I want you to try here first is spreading your fingertips wide, like a starfish, like as wide as you can. Spread, 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 and once you reached the maximum, press firmly into the mat, and then we'll just move back and forth. So you feel the difference of putting the pressure on and off your wrists. So when you rock forward, there is weight, there is pressure. When you go back, you remove that pressure, but you're still holding and gripping. Awesome. Let's make slow circles to see how that weight feels when it's transferred in the other corners of your palms. Let's change the size just to even it out. If any of your fingers start to come off or bend, bring them back. Straighten them. All right. So here we're going to rotate one palm facing you. And then we are going to rock back and forth. This is stretching our wrists. We can make a slow circle here too. And then the other side. The size of the circle and the movement depends on how deep of a stretch you want. So if you want more stretch, you will go more back. It depends what works for you. We can bring it back and then turn another palm. We rock forward, back and forth first. And then we make circles. Other side, just a couple of circles to make sure all corners of our wrist are stretched. We bring it back. Now we will try to do both. If this is too much, feel free to skip it. We go back and forth as much as it's comfortable. If you're just here and this is already too much, stay here. Try to spread fingers here too. You know, it's not so easy as the other way. But this can help you stretch your fingers too. Let's make small circles here, very small, very gentle, no pain. Just a stretch, maybe even side to side instead of circle. Awesome. And then release. Ooh, that's so good. Then we'll flip one palm. This is thriller arm, zombie arm with a little pressure applied. So just to stretch it opposite way. You can move side to side, sway, just see, play around how it feels on your wrist. Then we turn around and we do the same on the left wrist. So you're applying weight by going back, in this case, not forward because it's opposite. You can also massage moving left and right. And now without much movement, let's try to do both. If you're not able to put pressure, it's too much, just try to stay here for a moment. Awesome. And then we are almost done. Amazing. So we already learned that we need to spread our palms so we can press firmly into the ground. What else is important with wrist awareness, apart from spreading them wide, is to be directly under the shoulders. In some situations, the shoulders will come forward, but you need to be able to control the pressure in that case. So the easy, simple one to begin with is we are here with finger spread, and then we will try and apply pressure, bring down knuckle of our small pinky finger. Sounds simple, but try it on your own. You don't have to watch the video, you can't really see, but it's practically engaging the knuckle and pressing it towards the ground. And believe me, it feels much harder. Once you feel it, you will understand it's much harder than it sounds. Then try and play around with other fingers. Try to press the knuckle of the ring finger, middle finger, and the pointy finger. How do you call it? The finger you point at people. And then the last but not least, very important, is to press this mid here, this muscle in between the thumb and the pointy finger down in the ground. Let's just stay here, practice pressing down, easy at all. Once you do that, you will notice this sharp crisp on my wrist. So to release the tension from the wrist, we will externally rotate our shoulders. So this is the starting position, and then we will rotate our shoulders. This is starting, rotate. So if you have hyper mobility, your elbow will want to stick out. I don't have it, can't show you, but you know what I'm talking about. If you do, then slightly bend your elbow to avoid injuries, okay? So we're firmly pressing into all of our knuckles. If you aren't getting it yet, don't worry, it takes time. And these muscles take time to build, but believe me, can prevent a lot of injuries and can help you hold postures in much better, stronger, and healthier way. So we externally rotate. This is the basic position. From here, let's just walk a little bit forward. We will try this position in downward facing dog. So you can try and get yourself there, and here you can look at your palms. I know we usually look towards our belly button or we look down, but you just look at your palms and see how it feels. Just be present in your palms. I know it's very weird first time. It took me quite some time to get used to it. At first time when I learned this, I was like, what are these people saying? Pressing knuckles? Muscle between? Who has a muscle between there? I never heard of it, but it makes a whole lot of difference. And now that you get the feeling, I hope you do. If not, you can practice a little bit more. Let's see how it feels in downward facing dog when weight isn't on the wrist. Feels awesome. Should feel awesome, definitely. And then we can come gently on our knees. So we use the same posture for our tabletop. We use same position for plank. If you are doing a crow pose, any pose, handstand, this is basically a hand lock. So when you press your knuckles down and you engage this muscle in between the thumb and the point finger, it creates a lock. It's like you are holding the floor, you're gripping the floor, and there is like no movement. It's so strong and steady. If you like any of the exercises that we did previously, you can repeat them before your practice. So today we did everything that we could to strengthen our wrists, to stretch our wrists, and to bring awareness to our posture of the wrists during yoga practice. But I suggest that if you're planning to do any vinyasa or anything that requires you to put a lot of pressure on your wrists, like a lot of chaturangas or some balancing postures, before doing that, practice this. Try to do this strengthening exercise, and it will help you to get into the pose easier and to perform it more safely. If you learned anything in this video, if you enjoyed it at all, and you found it useful, let me know below in the comments. Feel free to share it with your friends to increase awareness and importance of our wrist health. And I hope to see you again on the mat. Thank you and namaste.